Okay.
They want to take your life.
We'll give you 2 minutes.
2 minute
2 minutes. 2 minute warning. Real 2 minute warning.
2 minute warning.
Who's countdowning?
You guys can,
Whenever they're
I'm
out,
okay
right?
whenever. You guys,
We're taking it live. Yeah.
So you're countdowning. You're,
do whenever.
Hey, it's Derek.
We're
Tell them 2 minutes on the Key West.
and who you 6?
Is it 2 minutes?
4.
4? Okay, so that's your 4 if you want to tell them.
It used to
You
be
want to tell us
6.
you're going to be live on 4.
Right. And he used to work.
It's okay, I got on blue ink. I got blue. That's why I took the
old
badge
rule.
off. Yeah.
From Key Largo's.
We're live.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, folks. Oh,
Well,
Go ahead.
we are live.
you're live. Okay. Roman Gastesi, Monroe County Administrator. Our message here tonight is our same message that we had earlier today. This is a big, dangerous storm, something that's never been seen before in the Atlantic. It's headed our way. We were hoping for that turn to the east, and we'd be sleeping well tonight, but that hasn't happened. It's wobbling, and it's still headed our way in our general direction. We're still in the cone. It's a dangerous storm. I'll give an update on some of the things that are going on, and then I'll turn it over to the Key West. First of all, the gas shortages through the Keys. You guys will be reporting that. It is a problem. We have a problem there. There is some gas coming down, but there is a problem there. Snake Creek Bridge, the only drawbridge out of the Keys, closes tomorrow at 8 a.m. That's very important for the boaters. Most of them know that already, but again, at 8 a.m., that's the drawbridge. If you're on the Bayside trying to get out or vice versa, the bridge goes down at 8 a.m. The hospitals, all the hospitals will be closed as of tomorrow, 7 a.m. Our air ambulance will also be gone tomorrow. So after tomorrow, no hospitals, no air ambulance. Commercial flights ended today. Last flight was just about a half hour ago. And then the shelter population in FIU is up to 35 right now for the special needs and 70 for general population and growing. So folks are going up there, which is great. I'm going to turn it over now to Key West, and we'll be here for Q&A.
Thank you. I'm Craig Cates, the Mayor of Key West. My message is to continue to evacuate. The storm is very, very strong. Everybody's watching the models very closely, but they move over east, west. We're so close. We're right on the edge, so it's very important to get out here. We have 42 bridges that connects Key West to the rest of the mainland. If one of those bridges go out, it'll be a long time before we get any services back down here, even if we don't get hit hard by the hurricane. So it's very, very important that we evacuate, and I want to thank everyone, all our staff, the EOC, all our volunteers, everybody that's keeping Key West up and running and safe. So that being said, I want to turn it over to our city manager for some more details.
Yeah, good evening, Jim Scholl, Key West City Manager. The evacuation orders are still out there, and we still have opportunities to move folks that don't otherwise have transportation. We will recommence the bus transportation out of town up to the evacuation shelter at FIU, and then also at the fairgrounds for those that need to evacuate with pets. So the city buses will be running. They've got the evacuation signs on them, and the pickup routes have been defined. People, I'm told we moved 200 people out of the Keys today, and again, that'll reconvene tomorrow 6 a.m. From Key West and all the way up to the shelters.
When will that stop? You know?
It will run all day tomorrow during the day, and once the buses stop at the end of the day, we'll have to determine if we'll have any opportunity on Saturday to continue, but it will likely end tomorrow.
What's your message for the population here?
The same as what the county administrators say, the same as what the mayor says. This is not the place to be for this storm. If you've got any means to evacuate at all, you need to get out of this town and out of the Keys.
Any more English questions?
I just want to ask, I mean, a lot of people are staying. What would you remind them if they are staying? I know the mayor spoke about it as well.
Well, I have
services will be limited.
Yeah, I'd have to challenge you on the term a lot of people are staying. I think a lot of people are left. Us have been doing this for a long time. The Keys are a little hard-headed sometimes about evacuation. Not this time. This time people are taking it serious. They're looking at the images, they're looking at the radar, they're looking at what this is, and they're taking it very serious. Are there a few people still in town? There are. I hope they'll heed the warning also and end up leaving. But we're very proud of our residents. We're very proud of our tourists. They have really taken this one serious. You can tell. There's no doubt. Some of the folks, Billy, I don't know if you want to talk. He's been here 63 years, and he's seen it for the first time. He was the fire chief, and he was also the emergency manager director. I think this is the first time he's seen this kind of reaction. So folks are taking it really serious, and we're proud of that.
Can you tell us in a little bit more detail, though, what you're doing to get fuel into the Keys? Because I noticed we're seeing a lot of these gas stations simply, run out, and they're saying, one of the ones we were at today said they may not get fuel tomorrow either.
I know that the governor has been pushing some fuel down. There was a couple with Florida Highway Patrol came down with them. That's the best we can do. I mean, there's some gas stations that are also closing because they're also evacuating their staff. So we have, I think, 4 or 5 is the last time I heard, and we're going to push that list out.
That will actually have gas.
That will actually have gas and be open tomorrow. Yes, ma'am.
Backup generators for after the storm at gas stations down here?
Yeah, it's something that we don't have an ordinance down here like they do in other areas, and something we're looking at. There's no requirement, but many gas stations do, and we have also generators that we're going to be able to support them when the time comes, if the time comes.
Is the biggest concern the bridges? A huge concern? If you could talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, we have 120 miles connected by 42 bridges, and if a bridge goes down, we're disconnected. And we were just talking to FDOT upstairs. They'll be doing inspections immediately, within hours, but it could take a long time, and it could take weeks, maybe months, depending on which bridge, how big the bridge is, and what happens to the bridge. So that's a long time to be disconnected. We'll have air bridges, we'll have boat bridges, and we'll get information, we'll get supplies down, but it's not the same as being connected. We have our debris contractors all over the Keys. They have put trucks and backhoes and everything all over the Keys. They have it pre-staged all over the Keys. So whenever that happens, they're ready to respond so we can clear the streets immediately.
For those inspections, do you expect that we could see bridge closures even if there's no obvious damage? So we could see roads shut down leading to and from the Keys even if it looks like everything has...
Absolutely. That happened before. We had a fire, for example, on the 7 Mile Bridge years ago. It was a fire on top of the bridge, but yet they had to close the bridge until they can get underneath and make sure they can inspect it. And that was hours and hours, even though the fire was already put out. So that's an example. Yes, you have to go down and do structural inspections, and it's not something that you and I with the naked eye can see sometimes.
So we should expect bridge closures regardless of what happens?
Well, if it's a strong wind this way, yes. Hopefully it'll take that turn to the right and we won't get that wind. So. Ok, español. Estamos igual que estábamos esta mañana. El mismo problema. Un huracán muy grande, con mucha potencia, mucho viento. Un huracán que nunca se ha visto aquí en los Estados Unidos. Y la mensaje es igual, que te vayas. ¿Para qué estar aquí? No van a haber policía, no va a haber bomberos, no va a haber ambulancia. ¿Y para qué él está aquí? No vale la pena estar aquí. Váyanse ahora que tengan tiempo. Todavía tienen 1 día y pico, 2 días para irse.
¿Cómo ha sido el proceso de evacuación para las personas que no tienen transporte?
Las guaguas están llevando mucha gente. Hasta ahora han llevado 70 a FIU y entonces 35 gente que están en la ambulancia. Así que tenemos 35 de ambulancia y 70 que no en ambulancia. Están ahora en FIU.
¿Y la evacuación total cómo ha sido? ¿Se ha ido mucha gente?
Se ha ido casi todo el mundo. No queda mucha gente, queda algunas, pero no mucho. Aquí en Cayo Hueso hay bastante, pero en todos los cayos, si vas manejando los cayos, no queda nadie.
La importancia de lo que usted decía sobre el puente, de que si es una tormenta tan poderosa podría haber una destrucción del puente. Cuéntanos un poco más.
Tenemos 120 millas y estamos conectados con 42 puentes. Se va a un puente, no estamos conectados. Y va a pasar semanas y a lo mejor meses hasta que estemos conectados. Y eso es otra cosa que tienes que pensar. ¿Para qué estar aquí si no estás conectado a los servicios de los Estados Unidos?
Entonces el mensaje sigue siendo el mismo, contundente, sobre las personas que tienen que evacuar.
Es el mismo mensaje. Queríamos ver que se había movido más para el este, pero no se ha movido. Se ha movido, entonces eso vino para atrás. Estamos en las mismas que estábamos esta mañana, lo mismo. El mensaje es el mismo. Váyanse ahora cuando se puedan ir.
Y no va a haber ningún servicio.
No hay servicio, no hay policía, ambulancia, nada. Van a estar solos. Si se quedan aquí, están solos. No, ni llamen 911 porque nadie va a coger el teléfono. There's your quote. I should do that in English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's it.
Don't even call 911 because nobody's going to answer the phone. You want me to do that one again?
Sure.
There's the quote. That's the quote. That. Open up at 11 o'clock. Sorry? Well, that's a good point. So the hospitals will close and the ambulance are gone tomorrow morning. The winds are supposed to start sometime Saturday night or so. Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. This is the current forecast. Chief Johnny Lee's not going to let his guys go out in dangerous winds. The fire chief's not going to let his guys go out in dangerous winds. There you're on your own. 911, you dial 911, nobody's going to answer. Do not dial one. You might as well leave now while you have a chance. Because when you dial 911, you will not get an answer. There's the quote. There's always one. You guys done? Any questions? Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
I think we're thinking tomorrow marathon, 10 o'clock. Stay tuned. Cammie?
When you were talking to Weather Service, did they give you any indication today about when you think you're going to get heavier winds here? Is it Friday?